Welcome back to Wealthy Mentor Trading, guys. Today is August the 28th, 2022, and today I'm going to be discussing four stocks that are on my hit list this week, two of which that are reporting earnings, names like Crowdstrike and Chewy reporting their earnings on Tuesday. And I'm going to be speaking about APE, which is the shares that were given to people that were holding AMC, along with Tesla and their 3-to-1 stock split that did happen last week. So those are the four names that I'm going to be discussing. But before we get started, guys, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and be sure to subscribe to the channel as we do release videos every Sunday regarding the market conditions and the stocks that I'm going to be looking forward to. We also do have a 2-month $97 summer promo to trade with us at Wealthy Mentor Trading on our Discord group. That entails everything that we're speaking about today. It includes day trading targets along with swing trading targets, watch list updated every single week, along with market analysis and market prep to get you going every single day. With that being said, guys, I do have the S&P 500 chart here. As you guys do know, I do like to look at the market overall. And if you guys have been following along, you guys do know that I was looking at that 4,300 line as an area where we could definitely change the trend from bearish to bullish. And unfortunately, a couple of weeks ago, we got this rejection right here at 4,300. I was looking for another retest. Initially, you go for a test of a big number like 4,300, you get a rejection, you consolidate and reattempt to hit that $4,300 line again. Unfortunately, we did not have that. We did have Fed Powell speaking on Friday, which was pretty bearish. He was pretty harsh in terms of the market overall outlook. He did comment on the softening of labor conditions, which did really hurt the market, along with further pain to households and his comments of restoring back inflation down to 2%. However, he said there's going to be some pain in between that. So that definitely shook the markets. And as you guys can see here from this big red green candle closing at the very top, very bottom, I should say, it was completely bearish. We lost pretty much almost 3% on Friday alone. And it was pretty much a hammer, right? So I am looking at that key support of 40.50 and that $4,000 line. And to me, guys, honestly, if we do break that line, we are breaking that trend that we've have been up, for pretty much since that bounce at 36.50 all the way to 4,300. It To me, it looks like a dead cat bounce. And overall, if you look at the trend in the weekly trend, it still shows that we are in a downtrend. So right now, that 4,000 40-50 line to me is the last line in the sand. If we cannot get a bounce here starting from next week, I am looking at targets here at 39.80 and 39.25. And to me, those are the biggest bear targets going into next week. Now, if we are bullish, what do I want to see? Well, it's pretty simple, guys. I do want to see a run up back to that 41.80, which was that first hurdle that we had a hard time breaking. As you guys know, we had a rejection back on May 2022, and over here earlier in August before we broke out, and things were looking great, right? We got past that first hurdle of 41.80, and 4,300 was that next line. So to me, to get back into good graces, you got to get that 41.80 once again. So I am looking for that for a retest to see if the market can hit that and break above. That would be definitely bullish. And at the moment, I am bearish on the market, guys, and I am really bearish on the market if we break that 4,000 psychological line. All right, so that's my views on the S&P 500. It's a big week this week, guys, so it can definitely tell the story for us moving forward towards the end of the year. All right, as I did mention, I did have four stocks that I wanted to discuss today, and the first one being on my hit list is Chewy. CHWY is the ticker, right? And I am going to switch over here to the weekly time frame to give you guys the bigger outlook here. And overall, judging by the chart alone, it is bearish. So first things first, they do report earnings on Tuesday. Chewy is likely to hit Q2 sales expectations due to high demand from consumables. But supply chain disruptions and inventory shortages remain moderate drag on the top line, according to analysts. RBC did come out with reiteration outperform rating of the stock with a price target of 59 bucks. So pretty much for me, I am bullish above 52 and bearish below 36.5. So let me explain that. So as you guys can see here in this turquoise color, I am in a neutral area. We are consolidating between that zone right here. And on an earnings beat, what I want to see is volume above this $52 line, pretty much testing this 63.50 area where I will be instructing students to take profit. Now, this was previous support on the way down. On the way up, it does turn into critical resistance, and it is an area where we got rejected here earlier in, I should say, towards the end of 2021. So as I said, we have been consolidating underneath $52 pretty much all year. So a break above that would be bullish to retest this area of 63.5, which is my first take profit target. And it is my only take profit target. And as I did mention, this chart is bearish and all signs point to a move lower, right? So we are closing lower on Friday as we did around that $38 area. So we are hovering around that 36.50 support area. And to me, if we do break that, right, even prior to earnings or post earnings, and looks like the way the chart's heading, it is going to head down to that $31 area, which is my first take profit on a bearish target. As you guys do know, I do release these targets and give you live updates if you are part of our Discord trading group at Wealthy Mentor Trading. Link is in the description for that. So two targets, $31 and $21, which was the bottom here back on May. Now, overall, if the market, the S&P 500 continues to sell off, I see no reason why Chewy can hold on to this 36.50 area. I can definitely see it dragging down to $31, which where we did receive a sizable bounce back on June the 20th, 2022. So again, guys, we have already broken this 9 EMA, and the only thing holding it right now is this key support area. So definitely watch Chewy below 36.50 on bearish earnings bomb. All right, the next name that is significant is CrowdStrike, CRWD, and here is the weekly time frame. They do report earnings on Tuesday as well. They are a cybersecurity firm. Overall, the report will follow a positive quarterly update from its rival, Palo Alto Networks, which did have a nice bullish earnings. So if you guys are trading CrowdStrike, definitely look into PANW ticker. It will give you clues on what's going to happen with CrowdStrike. So it is also in rumors to be in talks with an unnamed Israeli firm for a $2 billion deal. Much of that rumor, we received a run up recently, as you guys can see here. We did bottom out that 131, and we have been on a rip, and we do have that 206 resistance line, right? But before we get into that, one key thing that I noticed is that CrowdStrike has beaten its EPS and revenue estimates in 8 straight quarters, which is pretty crazy and pretty great for the company itself. So personally, I want to see a break above this consolidation area that we've been in, above 206. I do have targets of 227 and 240 that I will be instructing our students to take if we do receive positive volume and along with key economic data that usually happens during the week. It all depends on the S&P 500. I'll be honest with you guys. If we do see a big push on the S&P 500, it definitely helps names like CrowdStrike and the earlier names such as Chewy to move higher. So I'm looking above 206, 227, and 240 is that top of this right here back on April 2022 where we received a rejection. Now to the downside, we do have quite a bit ways to go to hit that 167.50 area for key support. But if we do break that, I do have 149 and 131 as key support areas because we did bounce from that zone back on May the 9th, 2022. So it is a key area for me to take profit at if we cannot hold that 167.50 line. All right, so that's CrowdStrike. To me, it does look bullish, but honestly, that 206 line creates that new trend to break that bearish trend that it's been in, right? So here's the top, here's a second hurdle, and here's a third one. So to me, it is a staircase pattern downwards. And in order to break that, I need to see a break above 206. So watch that heading into earnings. Another name that was significant this week, and that was APE, APE. And much of you guys don't know much about this name. It's because it's pretty new, right? It debuted based on the fact that whoever was holding AMC shares received one APE share for their contribution, I should say, to AMC in itself. So, much like many of the IPO names that come up, they trade with huge volatility. A lot of people speculate, and that's exactly what happened. We popped in at $7 right here, and we pushed all the way to 10.50. And unfortunately, we got a push down, and we have been consolidating in between 7.70 and $6.30. And to me, I am watching that key consolidation area this week alone. Names like this do tend to have a lot of volume, but overall, since this big pop at the $7 mark to 10.50, we've had scarce volume. So I'm definitely watching above 770 for a bullish target of 870, which was an area of consolidation, briefly, I should say, for my first take profit target. And I also want to see a retest of 1050 as my second take profit target. But right now, I am in a cash position. I'm waiting for this consolidation area to break. Usually names like AMC, GME, the meme stocks, I should say, they usually strive and move higher based on market conditions. Usually when the S&P 500 is down, you see names like this pop higher. It is a way where traders basically are looking for a name to dump their money in and run at the stock up, right? And especially with names like this that do have a large short interest, it could definitely run a lot higher than 1050. So definitely keep your eyes on 770 for your entry area. And if you are bearish, definitely look below $6.30. I do have bearish targets here of 575 and $5.20, which is the bottom of this drop on APE. All right. So if you do have AMC, guys, definitely check your account because you will have APE as well. So one AMC share equals one APE share. All right. So that's my views on APE. I am neutral, looking for that 770 pop. All right. Next name that was significant is Tesla. TSLA is the ticker, guys. And as you guys know, Tesla did have a stock split. And I am going to switch over here to the daily time frame to give you guys my overall outlook. As I did mention, they did have that 3-to-1 split that happened last week. Now, this is on par with the recent splits with Amazon and Google, which stock performances have suggested based on those two that usually when we had this stock split in the past on Tesla or other names, you would receive this crazy run up, right? This crazy push up. And that tactic doesn't seem to be working anymore. And as you guys know, as soon as Tesla did the stock split, it traded sideways and it actually even lost, right? It went lower. And to me, we are in this consolidation area, this flag pennant right here. It is a bull flag, right? So here's the flagpole. Here's the flag itself. And essentially what you want to see in a bull flag is a break above this key area of 315. So that's what I'm watching on if I'm a bull. And I do have targets of 324 and 345, which is the bottom of this consolidation area, which now becomes resistance. And the top of this consolidation area, which is that 345 line. So bulls definitely watch above 315. Now, as the market is trending lower, I am watching for bearish signals as well, right? So 280 would negate that bull flag formation, and a break below that would pretty much take away any type of hope that Tesla is going to move higher at the current moment. And I do have targets of 255.5 and 233 going into this week alone. Much of Tesla will be dependent on the S&P 500 dropping lower. So if you see the S&P dropping below 4,000, you're definitely sure that Tesla will be hovering around that 280 line, looking for a move lower. As I did mention, I will be updating students in real time on my entries and exits at Wealthy Mentor Trading. So click the link in the description if you are interested in trading with us. So again, guys, not to harp on this, but much of the stocks that have had a stock split this year have not had that run up that we recently have seen in the past few years. So if you are one of those people that just bought into Tesla hoping that will happen, um, it's not going to happen. All right. So if you are someone that has bought Tesla, good for you. Much of the thinking in the markets amongst novice traders was that we're going to get a run up back to $1,000. And I could see that happening, just not at the current moment, just because the S&P 500 is trending lower, and you're not going to get the market trending lower and Tesla moving higher. It just doesn't work that way, right? Especially when Tesla holds large portion of the S&P 500. Um, so you're not going to get that inverse correlation, unfortunately. However, as a trader, you're taking one day at a time. I'm watching 315 for a breakout and 280 for a breakdown. All right, guys. So those are 4 key stocks that are on my watch list, or on my hit list, I should say, this week alone. So, guys, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and be sure to subscribe to this channel as we do release these videos every single week. And if you wanted to head into our community, we do have Wealthy Mentor Trading on Instagram, guys. Join us. We do release snaps every single day and post, along with, if you are interested in trading in our free group, we do have the link in the description in our IG bio. So be sure to check that out. Good luck trading, and see you guys next week.